So, my son decided to use my crepe myrtle as a boot dryer. There's one on each side of the bush. Somebody got up in the empty pen where they're not supposed to be. She says, what? I was not nowhere. Oh, there comes the supervisor. You're in trouble. You got busted. You better get down. Supervisor Oakley's out here. What are you sweet babies doing this evening, huh? What are you doing? Mama loves you. You are beautiful. Yes, you are. Please be one gobbler, one tom, and 3 hens. Okay? Can we do that? Deal? We'll love you anyways, but that would be really nice if you could fix that up. You're getting big. You get to get out and run around with everybody else soon. These girls look like they are about to pop with babies. I'm thinking they're going to have several. With them bellies, what do you think? Red had to come say hi too. What's up, Big Red? Looks like you got some mud on your nose. You been digging around? What's been happening today? I see Hawk's back here behind you. You see Hawk? I don't know if you can see his face. I'll try to zoom in there if he turns around. He's got a fuzzy face. That's why I call him Hawk. But anyhow, he'll get over here and he likes to ride on the backs of the pigs and the goats, and of course all the chickens do. They take turns riding on them. Boy, they got their water filthy again. You put it in there and 5 minutes later it's muddy. I guess that is the part of the pigs that's messy. But other than that, they keep their pen clean. Their water's nasty and they like to roll in mud. Hawk, look over here and let them see your face. He's grooming right now, see him? He's got that fuzzy face. Look like he's got him a big old beard, big old gray beard. Anyhow, Hawk seems to rather hang out with Big Red over here than he would be with the other chickens. It's most generally where you find him. I told Paul to shut her down and take a break. We've worked hard, but he's wanting to finish this. And we got to move that box there. That's what they put on the tractor to haul wood in. We burn firewood for part of our heat for the winter. And he's going to move the wood box, not today, but later, and that box over there and he took apart the panels at that kennel that was sitting there in our way. So it's coming around. We've got this all cleaned up in a couple of different days. 4th of July was the last day. I was trying to think what day it was that we was working on this down here, but that was it. But he's hauling these down here. We're going to line them up down here in the garden part, our extension. That's my irises, and they're done blooming there. And that pot of petunias there is just brimming full. This is a color splash rose over here I dug up because it wasn't doing good where it was at. Looks like a limb on that one got broke. It's alright, we had to get it down here. Look at all them tomatoes on there. That's some black cherry, little Tommy Toe tomatoes. You can see some down in there that's ripe, but I picked a bunch of them and took them in already. Here he comes back with some of my other pots. That's some of my zinnias and my red. Anyhow, that's my red gooseberry bush. Boy, it made the best gooseberries this year. We love them red ones. Aren't these pretty? There has been bees and butterflies just all over these. I mean, not only we enjoyed them, the bees and butterflies have too. Here's Paul coming back with two more. That's a butterfly bush, a purple butterfly bush there. Another pot of the white petunias, but they're not doing as good as the other pot for some reason, which it had a lot of weeds in it, and I just weeded it and stuff, so maybe I'll get it turned around. That is just a wild weed in there, but anyhow, this is the butterfly bush. Telling you about too, and same thing. I mean, they just love getting on here. We've seen plenty of them. And on these beauties. I started showing you them a minute ago, and then I had to shut it off. This is the fig we planted. Of course, you know Oakley's supervising. Oakley, how's he doing? He says, I'm too tired to tell him. Here he comes back with another load. But I just got a call from my brother, so we'll have to shut this down because I told him we'd give him a dozen or so hens, land hens, and he's sending his son to pick them up from Sykeston. That one's a blueberry. We've got another blueberry, some up there too, and we've got another of the black cherry. All these little things are sitting in these because the cats want to get in there and poop. So, until I can get them some bedding and stuff down here where they don't. And this rose is a pink rose. It's another one that wasn't doing real good with the double knockout, so I just moved it down here. There he is, back with a couple more. That's the other blueberry and the other iris that's quit blooming already. Alright folks, Supervisor Oakley's on duty, and Paul just brought down the last one. It's another black cherry Tommy Toe tomato. Oakley says he's tired. Wore him out being a supervisor. Fixing to get him in. Okay, you see him lined up there. This is part of getting our sanctuary ready here. Gotta clean this carport off and put our fencing around it to double our garden and everything else space. This one's gotta get straightened up and everything, but it's got a lot of tomatoes on it too. Well, 4 of her eggs have hatched so far, y'all. She's still sitting on some more. Look at that adorable little one sitting there by her. Isn't it cute? Look at her, she's gonna peck me. Such a pretty color. She's a proud mama, yeah. Doing good. Can we see those others back there? Let's see them others behind you. Where's the little... You've got a little... Here it is. Okay, there. There you go. See, there's all 4 of them. There's a little buff one, a little multicolored one, and a couple dark ones back here. Good job, Mama. Proud mama moment, huh? You're doing good. Now you can hatch the rest of them out there. Oh, chicks are so precious, aren't they? I love them. They're gonna help. They're like, let us help you keep the eggs warm, Mama, so we can hatch out our brothers and sisters. Yeah, yeah. Oh. I keep saying I'm not gonna hatch no more chicks. I don't need no more chicks, but boy, aren't they cute. I always love to see these surprise lilies every year. I dug these up from an old homestead that we moved from 30 years ago, and every year they keep coming up and surprising me. Y'all, here's a little update on my magnolia tree. Remember the big storm several months ago broke out the top of it. All the leaves were looking terrible, and I trimmed it up some, and I trimmed some lower limbs even, and it's really greened back up. So even though it's not as pretty as it was once, with the top broke out and I thought it was going to die, at least it's living, and it bloomed a few blooms. So I'm feeling blessed. Paul worked in the garden with me yesterday. Normally I'm working out here. Jeremiah helped us in the garden. Usually it's me while everybody else is working. So it's always nice to have a helping hand. These are not doing the best, but they're coming out. As you can see, I cleaned up all my brassicas here. They had a bunch of bug damage on them. I think they're our sacrifice so that the bugs stay off of other things. They're not getting the broccoli as bad. They are some as they are the Brussels sprouts and like cabbage and stuff. But peppers are looking good. Jeremiah picked the peppers yesterday and got a big old box of jalapenos and of bell peppers. We got eggplants on both ends here. Yeah, they're looking good. There's a few of them that's kind of scroungy. I picked some leaves out of the center of them so they get a little better airflow, and picked some of the fruit stuff, the blooms off of them that was... Well, there's a big one we missed. Looky there. Which we left some on, but that one could be picked. Or we can just leave them and let them turn red and yellow like they're supposed to, but we tend to want to get them off and eat them. We cut some up yesterday, my finger, and it was fabulous. I think those little blooms on that eggplant's pretty too, as well as the eggplants. This is what it looks like when your lettuce bolts due to the heat. My marigolds should be taking off pretty soon. We're gonna have squash soon. Still got some weeds to pick in that one, but I tell you, there's just not hardly enough time to do everything. I went ahead and planted. That's what those little ribbons are there. The little white flags marking some of the stuff that I planted yesterday. I told you that we were tying these up, trying to train them to go up that fence. We got them turned around and headed in the right direction. They'll trail all up that fence and be flopping over on the other side of it, and the chickens will be eating what goes on the other side, I'm sure. Like I said, we still got some weeding to do, but for the most part, I'm thinking that it's looking pretty good. We've got some disease leaves to take off here. Oh my goodness, look at my finger, keeps getting in there. Look at those big old tomatoes. Oh, it's unreal. It's huge. Okay. Here. It's little diseased leaves there I'll need to take off. I've still got some good tomatoes on it. Getting pretty tall here. Now some of these here are going to maybe get sunburned because we picked them up because we had done the Florida weave on them. And I told you in previous videos that the string we had wasn't good and it broke. So they laid on the ground on this side and we've had to pick them up that direction. So some of those may get sun scorched. Hopefully not. Dogs are barking, so they must be coming down the driveway. There's some Romas. These are lemon boys here. Matter of fact, Paul brought in 3 of these, and there's another one right there that we had for supper earlier. We grilled some, get back here and give you a good view. It's coming right along. Paul's over there. He's, see if I can zoom in on him. He's taking that pin apart. I was telling you that we was going to move from that area, that we're cleaning up, to double our garden size. Try to put marigolds at the end. Most time in the centers. I don't think I got too many in the centers this time. We saw a blue racer snake out here yesterday. He wanted away from us pretty quick, so no harm done. It's a pretty good sized maters there. My aromas for my pastes and for my sauces. I can see some red under there. I'll have to harvest some tomorrow. I had some backstrap from venison, and I cooked that up, and we cut up some fresh lemon boy tomatoes and some fresh bell peppers, and we had some mashed potatoes and baked beans to go with it, and I'd made some venison burgers. These are the Cherokee purples, best at this end, I believe, and I think Supersonics at this end. Jeremiah and Paul are planting a rose. We planted a fig right over here. in this area that where we're doubling our garden and adding raised beds over here. Let's see here. Sergeant. Climbing that hill. Get them leaves. Anyhow, this will double our garden size, and Paul, he used the tractor, and him and Jeremiah hooked up to it, I think, and pulled that tree out here that was sitting here when I showed you a couple days ago. It was a tree we'd planted probably 15 years ago or so, and it died. I think we had several things that got struck by lightning out here at one time. But anyhow, we're still working on this garden addition out here. We got to work on it some this weekend. We've had so many projects going on and things we have to get done that it's not done yet, but it's getting there. They tried moving them old steps and that old loading chute, but that little tractor didn't have enough ump to do it, so they're going to try the big tractor on another day.
She's got her rose bush now.
I told them just to pull it on out there where the goats are, and I think that Briar, he'd be playing on that old loading chute. He'd be walking up and down it, wearing it out.
Yeah, we're going to have to hook the big tractor to these right here to pull these. Our little tractor wouldn't pull this one out. Now, it might pull that one, but it didn't pull this one. So.
He's telling you what I said a while ago. The little tractor wouldn't pull it out. He's going to have to use this big tractor.
Yep. We'll pull it off out there, and Briar and Sergeant and them can play on it.
There's Phoenix and Sergeant over there cleaning up that brush, that windrow for us.